What is going on, everyone? Anthony Drew Gary here, host of the How To Show, where we talk about optimizing life, money, and happiness one how-to at a time. The idea for this week's show comes from me mowing my lawn a couple of days ago. As I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, I'm finally at that age where I really ought to find some high schooler or some middle schooler or some professional company to come and do this for me. And it started to get me thinking about trading dollars for hours or trading hours for dollars. One way or another, that's pretty much how the majority of the economy works. The Industrial Revolution gave us this wage system where we trade our time or our skills in exchange for money. But we can think about this in our own lives as well. And so this episode is how to trade your dollars to get your time back, your hours. And so, as I was thinking about this, I was mowing my lawn. Realistically, I bet you I could probably find somebody in my neighborhood to mow my lawn at a rate of probably between $15 and $20 an hour if they're a middle schooler or a high schooler looking to get that extra spending money for the weekend. And I'm fortunate to find myself in a situation where I currently make more than that rate as my day job. And so it starts to think to myself, if you were to think about this in this sort of way, I could sell my hours to my job for a higher rate than I could buy my hours back mowing my lawn. And so I could either go and make $25 an hour, let's use the example, to go and do some work, or I could mow my lawn, which is what we're calling a $15 to $20 an hour task. And that's where the thought process here needs to start to get a little interesting as to opportunity cost. If I were to, instead of me mowing my lawn, which theoretically cost me nothing, or it cost me my opportunity cost of whatever else I could be doing with that time, it could cost me $50 an hour, it could cost me $100 an hour, it could cost me sentimentally as much money as there is on the earth if for some reason it was the last opportunity I could go and see somebody I cared about or something like that. So thinking about this in the right perspective, I'm probably better off going and hiring that teenager to go and mow my lawn, because I could pay that teenager a minuscule amount of money, relatively speaking, to the value of the time that I place on going and doing something else. Now, hopefully that's what I would be doing if I were to do that situation. The alternate also comes into play. If you go and you hire that teenager to mow your lawn so that you could go inside and watch the football game or sit on your phone and watch Netflix at the same time, you're basically trading $15 or $20 an hour for a task that's worth nothing, because that's essentially what time spent on those activities is worth. Contrary to popular belief, the result of the football game will still be the same whether you are watching it or whether you are watching it sitting in a specific spot in your house. All the Bears fans, all the Colts fans can get with me in the comments down below to let me know the truth to that. Sitting in a spot or watching the game did not change the fact that the Colts got skunked last week. So just want you to be thinking about something basically the same way I'm thinking about something, is when does it make sense to buy back my time? Should I go and trade money to somebody to mow my lawn, or whatever other example you have in your life, in exchange for me to be able to get some of my time back to learn a new skill or to put in some overtime hours at work that make me a little more money than what I'd be spending out, or getting to spend some extra time with my family, or getting to exercise? And that's not a great example because you can make the case that mowing the lawn is exercise, but some other situations maybe that exercise is worth more than that task you're pawning off. And there are a lot of tasks like this. You can jump on, Thumbtack, TaskRabbit, different types of apps, finding folks to do things for you. And again, the barter economy is alive and well. If they can do something for you, maybe you can do something for them. And if you can get something done in a shorter amount of time than they could, maybe there's some value to it. A great example of that would be me hiring a professional for the lawn mowing. I could mow my lawn in 25 to 40 minutes, where a professional with the right equipment maybe could do it in half that time. And so just to start to think about when does it make sense to let go of some of your money to get some of your time back is a really powerful thought exercise. And you can probably find a multitude of different options in your life where it makes sense to do it and where it doesn't. So you have to be careful to weigh them on both sides. Again, Giving money away to spend time with your children or to spend time with people you love, probably worthwhile. Giving money away for somebody to mow your lawn and sitting on the couch, probably not so worthwhile. So hopefully you can look at this thought process and bring it home into your own life, get some value out of it. That's going to bring this episode of the show to a close. As always, you can get in touch with me in the comments to let me know if you like this episode or if you hated this episode or if I need to find new topics to talk about. You can subscribe and be the first to know about new content each and every Wednesday. And if this is something that somebody in your life needs to hear about, you can share the video with them. Of course, this never happens to you. It's always somebody else that has these problems. So think about it, share it with somebody that you care about, and hopefully they'll get some benefit from it. And as always, if you are looking to sell your home in the Indianapolis market, I can help you do that. Probably help you do it more affordably than most any other option in the city. Get in touch with me in the comments or at indiedwell.com. Until next time, this is Anthony Drew Gary, host of The How To Show, signing off.